Rob, earlier you mentioned one of your big announcements this week is location-based capability. Can you talk about what that means to a carrier and how they're able to benefit from that functionality?
Sure. One of the main issues, or one of the main problems, if you will, about indoor Wi-Fi, which represents 90+% of the market, is that typical location technologies, GPS, etc., doesn't work. So as carriers get more and more into providing managed services, and as I talked previously about how from a small cell standpoint they want to get indoors, there's an opportunity to provide a value-added over-the-top capability. If you think about all the different location companies that are out there that operate externally, you can do the same thing indoors. So, I mean, just to give you an example of the kind of things that you could do. Retail is probably going to be one of the areas of interest for location technology in the short term. If you had the ability to know through a shopping mall or even through a large shop where people were going, so you would know where the best locations are to put advertising or to put specific items of clothing or whatever it is that you were selling, that would be great. If you could work out what your choke points are, if you would know by time of day where more people are so that you ensure that you can have the right numbers of staff in the right locations. And actually, if you combine the whole thing with things like social login technology, you can now start saying, hey, not only do I know that this is the busiest path through my shopping mall, but actually this is where all the 18 to 30-year-old women go, and this is where all the 18 to 30-year-old men go, and you can start getting very specific about your advertising, about how much you should charge for rental for a shop, relevant from one location to another. So really the opportunities are somewhat endless. We're a facilitator, so we provide the RF technology, and we'll provide the location engine itself, and we'll provide some applications that will allow people to leverage it in terms of getting analytics. But probably more importantly, and this is where we really see the value coming, is the APIs that we will provide that will allow third-party companies to create goodness knows what kind of applications. I mean, imagine walking past a restaurant, and as you walk past the restaurant, the menu pops up on your smartphone telling you what's available and maybe some special offer to come in and buy the food. And that's kind of a crass example, but that's the kind of thing that will be facilitated by providing location indoors.
So talk about your go-to-market strategy. Is it going to be through the carriers, or is it going to be opening up these APIs to the developer community, who then might go directly to the brands and the enterprises directly?
Yeah, it's not really one or the other. The API will be open to anybody that wants to use it. So we're not expecting carriers per se to write applications. If they want to, they can. But there'll be app developers who will want to write the application. So the API will be open to anybody that wants to use it. We see carriers then who want to be selling managed services and selling into the enterprise. As a value-add capability, they'll want to offer these capabilities. I mean, if you're a retailer, you can go into a retailer today and say, hey, I've got Wi-Fi. You can give your customers Wi-Fi. And the retailer might say, yeah, that's interesting. I can give them Wi-Fi. And many of them do. So that's great. People want to go into a certain shop, and they're more likely to go in there if they know that there's Wi-Fi. But if you can go to the retailer and say, hey, not only can I give you Wi-Fi, but I can give you all this very, very valuable marketing information. And by the way, the budgets that the marketing departments have tend to be sort of 10x what the IT departments have, and if a service provider can get a piece of that marketing business, and can offer a service leveraging these different tools that are available. Now, it may be that other companies are looking to sell those tools in directly as opposed to going through the service provider, but I think it behooves the service provider, if they can build a portfolio of capability. So when they go in, they supply the infrastructure, and they provide a whole range of location-based tools over the top of the infrastructure they're supplying, and that can generate an annuity, service-based annuity for them. So there's many ways of skinning the cat, but if you're a service provider, that's the angle that you're going to come at it from.
So is that a way of saying your go-to-market strategy is going to be more centric on the carrier, or do you look for more adoption from a Macy's or a big retailer or a Starbucks?
We won't be looking to do that. We're a carrier-centric organization. We see the carrier strategically as our route to the market. We have a very large channel base. We have getting on for 10,000 VARs globally. But as I mentioned previously with this whole small cells thing, we see the VARs that we have becoming channel providers and feet on the street for the service providers that we're building products for. So the whole thing, if we go a little bit over the horizon, it's kind of converging, which is nice.
Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense. Carriers are not the best.